Hello, my name is alibia.devente with Market Education for Kimball Office, and in this session we're going to create an Interworks EQ workstation. First, in the menu under Cap, you'll notice that there's a series of catalogs. The series of catalogs that you will see on your personal desktop computer will be different from mine. However, the catalog selection remains the same. I'm first going to go to Kimball Office, select Interworks EQ, select Interworks EQ panels and related items, and I'm going to select panels current, and that's because as of 11/30/2009 we have two sets of Interworks EQ panels that can be specified. Notice that under current there's a phase out date of 11/30/09 that's referenced. If I go to new, it shows that an order entry date of 9/1/2009. These panels will be the panels that will be ordered going forward after the 11/30 discontinuation date. I'm going to select Tackable Acoustical Panels, and in creating my station I'm going to create a traditional 6x6 layout. So for my first panel I'm going to select a non-powered panel that's 66 inches high. It is 48 inches wide. And when I take this panel out into my model space in AutoCAD, I'm then going to snap it up into position using ortho. You can always zoom out if your panels do appear a little larger than life. Now, with my panels placed, I'm now going to go back up to 66 inches high using my drop-down menu and select 24 inches wide, dragging and dropping the panel in place. My next series of panels, it will be 36 inches, and those two 36-inch panels will be powered. So using my drop-down menu, I'm going to go back up to Tackable Acoustical, select Powered, 66 inches high, 36 inches wide, and I'm going to drag the first panel into place, repeat the command, and drop the second panel into place. Now, you might have a preference whether you copy or rotate. Everyone creates a different style of drafting with AutoCAD, so I'm just going to copy my two panels here and rotate them myself, just so you can see the difference if you are new to AutoCAD. Otherwise, you could use the combination copy rotate command. Either way you choose to get there is just fine. You'll notice that each one of the panels, though, and let me just copy one up just for an understanding. Notice that each one of the panels that you see here have different node points, and I'm going to drag a panel out just for reference to show you what I mean by that. So for example, if I was to place this panel next to it, notice that a node appears as well as the text node. If I was to go at the top, notice again a node appears. If I was to go on the other two sides, you see the nodes placed. It's very important when you are creating system solutions with Kimball Office products that the node function is used to generate your tiles, your work surfaces, any automation that's done with our product. So with that, let me just rotate this 24 into place, and now we have our perimeter walls. Next up, I'm going to go into Interworks EQ this time, but I'm going to shoot back up to the top. And I say that because I need to add electrical in terms of a power entry and duplex receptacles. So for my power and data that I am selecting, I'm going to duplex receptacles, circuit 1, and when you're dragging and dropping that duplex receptacle in, you are choosing that center point location. So let me zoom in on that for my next duplex receptacle. Whoops, I chose 1 again. Let's go back to 2. And when I drag and drop that duplex receptacle, you're going to see that it's on the node of your crosshairs. I'm simply going to place that point in and drag it either north or south depending on what side my duplex is on. You'll notice that the number 2 is inside that panel series. With furniture and electrical, only what's in the building can be duplicated. So this is just an example of using circuits 1 and 2. You might have a different configuration based on your end result for your project. Now here I use the blue arrow to go up 2 steps, and this time I'm going to choose a power entry. I'm going to choose a base power entry, and with Interworks EQ you have several different points that you can bring that entry from. I'm going to choose the side, and I'm going to drag and drop my side power entry into the duplex here from the outside. With my electrical done, minus the single jumper I have in here, I'm going to hold off on that and show you that in automation. I now want to go back up to Kimball Office, select Footprint, and Footprint again, Work Surface Solutions, 1 3/16 because it is my least expensive surface. I'm going to choose Laminate, Wire Manager, Straight, 24 inches deep, 72 inches wide. When I drag and drop that work surface out, notice again my node appears and I snap that into place. I'm going to go back up 1 step, select my 48 and bring that 48-inch surface around the corner. So now my work surfaces are placed. Next I'm going to add storage, so I'm going to go back up to Footprint, Storage Solutions, Overheads. I'm going to choose Metal and Bevel Profile, Receding Door, Paint, 72 inches wide because I want to go all the way across that unit. So when selecting that overhead, I'm mounting that again based on my node selection. Now my overhead bracket's automatically going to ship with in this instance. I'm going to go back up to Storage Solutions so I don't have to specify a bracket. I'm going to select Pedestals, Metal, Flat Profile. Now in terms of storage, that's really going to vary on the user, but in this instance I'm going to put in a lateral file, 36, actually, you know what, let's 30 inches wide. I'm going to drag and drop my lateral file into place, and then maybe in addition to my lateral file I'll put in a box file, and with my box file, I'm going to place this just in 2 steps. You don't want to mirror to the X or mirror to the Y if you are familiar with those commands, simply because mirroring is always bad when using cap symbols. Next up, I have my storage placed and I have my components. So in this example, we have created the basics of a workstation, and in the next segment we'll review how to do automation. Thank you so much. If you have any questions on how to drag and drop symbols and create the basics of any workstation, please feel free to reach out to me at alibia.devente@kimball.com.